I heard that you're moving to Southeast Tennessee, maybe Chattanooga or Cleveland. If you're relocating and hoping for a life that's slower paced, rooted in nature and community, and just less wrapped up in red tape, then you've got to get the right agent on your side. Because this isn't just about real estate. It's about how confident and calm you feel making one of the biggest moves of your life. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 smart, insightful questions to ask any real estate agent before trusting them with your relocation. You'll know exactly what to listen for in their answers. You'll walk away with clarity and maybe even a little bit of power, knowing how to separate the pros from the posers. And a quick win for right now, ask your agent, how do you usually communicate with clients? If they don't ask how you prefer to communicate, that's a red flag. All right, let's get to it. For number 5, we are going to kick it off with the most underrated but crucial thing to ask. What's your experience when helping people relocate from out of state? And why does this matter? Because relocation is not just about buying a house. It's timelines, utility setups, paperwork, and all of that is happening from miles away. What you're really asking here is, have you done this before, and can you walk me through this like someone who actually gets it? Quick story, I relocated here in 2016 alone without knowing a soul in Chattanooga, and let me tell you, I still remember hoping that the moving truck was going to show up on time, finding the right neighborhood to start my life in, which, spoiler alert, I didn't, and praying that the place I wanted to move into looked like the photos, which, yeah, it didn't either, but that's a whole nother super long story and a frightening one too. That experience, it reshaped how I treat clients going through the very same thing that I did. So when you ask this, listen for real answers, not just a yes. Ask them, how many relocation clients have you helped? What's the biggest challenge that they face? And if they hesitate, well, I think you probably get your answer. Now, number 4 is, can you walk me through your communication style and response times? Here's why this is a make or break question. Because long distance moving only works if you're in sync with your agent, even if you're 700 miles apart. You're really asking, are you gonna ghost me, or will you keep me looped in the way that I need? And here's why that matters to you. Maybe you're a nurse working night shifts, or maybe you're juggling conference calls across time zones. You need someone who asks you how you like to communicate. Text, email, quick video updates, and then sticks to that rhythm. Some of my clients like big weekly recap emails, while others just want quick bullet points by text. So I tailor it to them. Am I over communicative? Yes. I would much rather have you tell me to pump the brakes on my emails and texts rather than you asking, where'd he go? So ask this question and listen for more than I usually text. You want to hear, I'll adapt to what works for you, and here's how we keep things moving. This is not a situation where less is more. And hey, if you're already finding this helpful, go ahead and click that like button so YouTube knows to show it to more people that are moving here to Chattanooga. And number 3 is, which neighborhoods would you recommend based on my lifestyle? This is gonna be a vibe check. You're not just buying a property, you are taking steps into a whole new life. Now, what's underneath that question? Do you actually know the area well, and are you listening to what I really want? Let's say you love walkable streets and Sunday morning markets. Well, Cleveland's historic district near downtown totally could be your jam. You want mountain views and space to breathe? Then maybe Signal Mountain's a better fit. Or if you've got dogs like my 2 knuckleheads, Lola and Hazel, you might want space to roam and friendly neighbors nearby. A great agent doesn't just give you a list of zip codes, they listen and then match your style to that neighborhood. And when I first moved down here, I had no clue about anything in Chattanooga. I was looking for a place to rent until I could get my bearings, and the only person that I had to ask was my new manager, who I hadn't had more than 2 phone calls with. Essentially, they just told me what cities were close by the store that I was going to be working at and sent me on my way. It was totally the worst advice that I ever had, and I ended up in a pretty scary situation that I never would want anyone else to be in. So a pro tip is ask for a story. What's a neighborhood that you recommended that surprised a client in a good way? That'll tell you everything that you need to know about how well that they know this region. Hey, I'm Chris Roberts, your experienced licensed real estate agent right here in the Chattanooga region, serving areas from Georgia all the way up to Cleveland, Tennessee. Now, I understand that buying or selling a home is a significant decision, and I am here to help guide you every step of the way on your timeline. So whether you're considering a move in the coming weeks or months, let's have a conversation about your goal. You can connect with me through the link that's right below, or feel free to call or text me from the number that you'll see right here on the screen. And you can even just send me an email today. Number 2 is, how do you handle virtual tours, remote closings, and out-of-state logistics? This question is all about trust and logistics. Because let's face it, you might not step foot in Tennessee until your closing day. You're really asking, can you be my boots on the ground and get everything buttoned up while I'm not there? Here's how I handle it. I do live tours through Zoom or FaceTime and literally say, like, here's the neighbor's fence, here's the view at sunset, here's that weird closet that they didn't show you in the photos. Now, I've bought houses myself sight unseen. One in Maine I remember going to after we'd closed and thinking, crap, what did we just do? I lied on the air mattress in the middle of the floor and I could not sleep a wink that first night. This is definitely not something that I wish for anybody. But something I do wish for everyone is that if you're buying a house from out of state, that you have someone like me to work with as your agent, so the proceeds from the closing of your home can get directly wired to the title company here in Southeast Tennessee. So there's no delays, no bouncing between banks. It's just like machinery, where the more parts that there are, the more chances you have for failure, and we don't want anything to fail here. Now, why should this matter to you? If your agent says, we'll figure it out, that's gonna be a warning sign. You don't want guesswork, you want a process. Now let's wrap up with a big one at number 1. Who are your go-to professionals and how do they help take care of clients like me? Look, a great real estate experience comes down to the people around your agent. Lenders, inspectors, title folks, they all need to be in sync. You really need to be asking, do you have a team that I can trust, or are you just gonna send me to Yelp to figure this out myself? Here's my approach. I work with lenders who help clients apply for no down payment options like the THDA Great Choice Home Loan. That's a huge thing if you're trying to keep cash liquid during a big move. My inspectors are famously thorough. They'll tell you everything from major red flags to, hey, this faucet drips a little bit. And I've got title companies that are fast, accurate, and experienced with remote closings. That is the difference between smooth sailing and where's that wire? So when you ask this question, look for names, not just titles. You want to know that these aren't just professionals, they are partners. Now, hang on and let me take those rose-colored glasses off for just a quick minute, because let's be real, not every move goes perfectly. Even with the right team, sometimes an appraisal can have hiccups or a moving truck is late. But if you ask these 5 questions and get real thoughtful answers, you'll have an agent who is a great partner and who knows how to roll with it and still get you to the closing table. So if this sounds like the kind of guidance that you want, let's talk. Go ahead and schedule a quick Zoom meeting with me using that link right below. We'll talk through your situation and see if we're a fit. And if you're prepping to sell a home out of state, just let me know and I'll send you my home seller's guide. It's got a step-by-step checklist to help keep you on track. Or ask me about my home prep partner tool, where you can upload photos of your home and it gives you tips for making each space shine based on your actual rooms. Super visual, super easy. And be sure to check out the playlist right up here for more information about life in Chattanooga.